She told me she wanted a divorce with the same casualness as someone asking for a refill of coffee. 15 years of marriage, and she delivered the blow across our kitchen table as if it were nothing. No explanation, no hesitation, just a cold announcement. I'm done. I've found someone else. Her eyes locked on mine, steady and expectant, as though she was bracing for me to shout, to beg, or to fall apart. Instead, I smiled faintly and said, "If that's what you want." I signed the papers without the slightest tremor. My calm unsettled her more than any fury could have. She mistook it for surrender. She didn't realize it was the opening move. For 15 years, we had shared nights of laughter, whispered promises, and dreams that once felt unshakable. I had given her loyalty, a home, and devotion she never truly returned. When her touch grew colder, when secret messages slipped into her days, I knew it wasn't about just another man. It was replacement by design. The betrayal hurt less than the insult. She thought I was blind, incapable of seeing the truth. One evening, I followed her. She went to our restaurant, to the booth where we once celebrated milestones. And there she was, smiling at him. That moment stripped away the fog. I didn't storm in. Rage wastes power. Silence sharpens it. I watched, I gathered, I learned. The man she'd chosen was arrogant, grinning as if he'd won some great prize. Digging deeper, I uncovered a truth that cut deeper than her affair. Our daughter, 15 years old, my world, wasn't mine. I had suspected, faintly, when her features didn't quite mirror mine. Love blinded me then. But the DNA test tore away illusion. She was his child. That revelation hardened me. I met with my lawyer, quiet and meticulous. Piece by piece, I took apart everything she thought she controlled: finances, accounts, assets, custody. Her polished image unraveled while I built the trap. She believed she'd walk away unscathed, but by the time I was done, she was left with nothing but the mask she wore so proudly. I waited for the right moment, the night of her freedom, the celebration she planned with him at the very place where she once pledged her life to me. The irony was perfect. I walked into the restaurant calmly, each step deliberate. They were mid-laughter, glasses raised, her face glowing the way it once had for me. His hand on hers, his smirk wide, as if he'd won. When they noticed me, her smile faltered. His smirk sharpened. I approached without haste, steady as stone. "To your freedom," I said, placing an envelope on the table. She reached for it with trembling fingers. Silence swallowed the room as she read. Her face drained of color. He snatched the papers from her, scanning the DNA results. Proof he was the father. Proof her life with me was built on lies. Gasps and whispers rippled through the restaurant. She stuttered, "Please, it's not." But her voice cracked. His rage boiled over. "You told me she was his," he snapped, shoving his chair back. She reached for him. He recoiled. Their perfect image shattered in minutes, before an audience of strangers. I stood there, unmoving, as their world collapsed. "You wanted freedom," I said quietly. "Now it's yours." Then I left them to choke on the ruins. Outside, the night air was crisp, almost cleansing. I felt lighter than I had in years. People think revenge is loud, messy, destructive. They're wrong. The purest revenge is quiet, exact, leaving no stain on your hands. Just silence where chaos used to be. I lost a wife who was never truly mine, and a daughter who was never mine to claim. But I gained clarity, control, and a freedom that belonged only to me. She asked for divorce. I gave her devastation. He mocked me once for carrying burdens that weren't mine. Now those very weights are his to bear. 15 years stolen from me, but the rest of his life stolen from him. I have no regrets. Justice isn't always served in courtrooms. Sometimes it comes from a quiet man with patience, intellect, and the discipline to strike when the moment is perfect. And when that moment arrived, I didn't just take revenge. I reclaimed myself.